Hello, good yo-yo people. I'm Nate. I'm a sponsored player by Squared YoYos, and this is another episode of Nate Reviews Yo-Yos. Today I have the privilege of reviewing not actually a yo-yo, but another string. I've reviewed Spool Thread before. This is their Spool Thread. Hold on, wrong string. This is their Spool Thread Premium. So this is my review of the Spool Thread Premium string. This is the in the hand section. What does that actually feel like in the hand? But it's not a yo-yo, so it's not going to be very long. It's going to be pretty brief. But talking about what does the string actually feel like in the hand. Now, I'm only really going to include a little bit here, but I think there's a couple things important to note. I've been enjoying Spool Thread since they've been putting them out. Since he's been making them, I love Spool Thread. I've never really been a fan of nylon string before until I played Spool Thread. Love it because it's super soft. It whips like crazy. It lasts a long time. It's fantastic. So on this Elite, I have regular one, and it's fantastic. There is little to no fraying on this. I've had this on here for roughly a month of play. I play my yo-yos a lot, and this still has a fair amount of bounce to it. It's great. It's fantastic. So this is 100% nylon with the standard spool thread. The other Elite is similar, but you're going to see that it has not just 100% nylon, but it also has a little bit of polyester in there. So it does fray a little bit just because it has polyester, and this has been on here for probably about 2 weeks or so since I've had it, and been playing it just as consistently as I play any of my yo-yos on, and it has just as much bounce to it. Now, one of the big differences that I've noticed right away in the hand that's good to mention is that the loop for the finger is a little bit tighter. It's a little bit more secure than you have with the nylon. Now, I've kind of gotten used to it, but at first that was kind of a complaint of mine. It wasn't as tight as I want it to be. Every once in a while, if your hands are dry maybe or something like that, really dry, it might loosen up a little bit on you, but it's not as bad. He's kind of perfected it, so it's not quite as bad as it was, but it is a little bit looser than some might like, but again, I've gotten used to it. I don't mind it. It's not a problem. But it is tighter on the finger here because of that polyester, but it's just as soft of a string as the standard. Not much there. The thickness is about the same. The bounce is about the same. You're going to see on the string section how it actually plays differently on the string, of course, and what properties it might provide that the standard doesn't. So let's go see how it actually plays on the string. All right, welcome back to the on the string section with a string. On the string with a string. All right. What does it actually feel like on a play? So like I said, it's just as soft. It's one thing I love about Spool Thread is how crazy soft and comfortable in the hand it is. That's one of my big go-tos in quality boutique string is soft, super soft string. The other thing is bounce, a string that's going to last a long time with that bounce. This has both of those things, just like the standard does. One of the things I talked about, how it's a little bit tighter, so even on a throw, you feel like it's a little bit more securely attached. The other thing that you're going to see with that polyester is you have a little bit more control of some of that slack, where sometimes on the standard 100% nylon, it kind of, the whips and slacks, or the whips particularly, can be a little bit too fast. And so even going into like a simple Brent stole, it might kind of over whip a little bit if you're not used to it. Now I've kind of gotten used to it. I really love the traditional nylon, but one of the benefits that this has is that you don't feel like you're over whipping. You have a little bit more control of those whips because there's a little bit more weight and tension in the string than you would have with just the nylon. So that's that. But it is, you know, as far as wear, I do feel like it maybe wears down just a little bit quicker maybe than the traditional. And maybe that's just kind of by sight alone. The bounce is still there, but you know, it does fray a little bit. But it frays a lot less than 100% polyester, that's for sure. One of the things I love about Spool Thread too, with that nylon, he's really perfected the amount of twist he puts into his strings. I've never played any string like Spool Thread that holds neutral tension as long as this string does. It's just fantastic. You know, just minor little tweaks here and there, but nothing nearly like most polyesters I've played out there, or any even polyester boutique strings. Overall, really impressed. I think it lives up to its name as a premium blend. It's worth picking up. It's going to last you a long time. That's a huge thing for me. If you're going to buy a boutique string, you're going to spend the extra money. Better last longer. One thing I haven't tried with this string is after it's worn down a little bit, or I do play all white string most of the time, after it's gotten pretty dirty, maybe throwing it in a jean pocket and washing it, I would guarantee that this would come back nice and clean, of course, and then also with a little bit of that bounce back. I've had this on here for a couple weeks, and the bounce is still pretty much like it was when I first put it on. So overall, Spool Thread, once again, nailed it out of the park. This string's fantastic. Don't take my word for it, though. Everyone who's played the string loves it, and they know it's great. So go check them out. Check out Spool Thread Premium String. That is my review of Spool Thread Premium Yo-Yo String. Good day, and good yo-yo.